Hello, this is Jonathan Bowe, and I'm gonna go over a really quick way to model using adaptive panel families. So first of all, you want to go to the Massing and Site tab, and you drop in your in-place mass. So let's just call it column 1. And then you want to draw your column's profile, whatever it may be. Let's just say it's a simple 10 by 10 column. You want to edit it here and just make it a simple 10 by 10 column. After you make your column's profile, you need to extrude it in the 3D. You want to hit create form. You can either use the blue arrow and drag it, or you can click on the number and manually input it. For the sake of this exercise, let's just use 20 feet. After you do that, you want to click Finish Mass, and you want to go back to your plan view, and you want to click on one of the elevations in which you can see your column, especially the ones where you want your panels to go on. So for this, let's just go to the south side and we can see our panels. The next step, you want to create reference planes that will eventually become the panel joints. So I like starting from the edge of the mass, and you want to name every single reference plane so they show up in your browser later. So let's just name this vertical 1, and then click on it. We want to array it. Let's just say every 2 feet. Do not group and associate, and then let's just say every 2 feet. Oops, let me try that again. Array. We want 6. So if you click on the last one, it should say vertical 7, and when it does, you want to select all of them. You want to create a new subcategory. I already have one created. I named it panel joints, as they will eventually become the panel joints on this column. Since you finished the vertical panel breaks, you also want to make the horizontal ones. It's the same process. You start at the bottom. You name it horizontal 1. And since this is 20 feet long, we want to array it. Let's just say 7. Let's just do 6, but let's array it every 4 feet. And then again, you want to change all of these to your panel joint, so that you don't get confused later on. And then you want to go back to your 3D model. So we created that matrix on the south side of the building, so you want to edit it on the south surface. So first you want to edit in place your mass. You want to select that surface. You want to use the divide surface command. We don't care about the U or V grids because they are very hard to manipulate and not very worthwhile, so you want to turn those off. The next thing you want to do is go to surface representation, click on the arrow next to it. You want to turn on the nodes. The final step is you want to click on the intersect list. So we named all of our reference planes. You want to select all your reference planes, hit the check mark, they'll check them all, hit OK. And now you have a matrix in which you can use your adaptive panel families. So to get adaptive panel families, you want to go to Load Family. You want to go to ACAD, Revit, Curtain Panel Library, and they live under the adaptive panels. You want to load all of these in. But since I already have them loaded in, we can just go to Create, Component, select the one you need. So usually you will only need the adaptive 4-point flat panel. So you just click on the nodes like so, and then you have your adaptive panel. You can select your panel. You can change the material here. So usually these will be P1. And after that, you can use the repeat function, and it will automatically fill in all faces of this for you. I prefer to delete the remove the repeater, and that way you can select each individual panel and edit them themselves. You can always use the select all command to select all of them and edit the panel joints yourself. So usually there's a 3/4 inch. So let's just say 3/4 inch panel break. So we want these to be 3/8. And then that way we have our 3/4 panel break. We hit finish mask and we have our first face of the column already modeled. And if we go back to the south elevation, if we move these reference planes, our joints should be able to move along with it. There we go. And then you see how all of our panels flex with our reference planes. And that's a very quick rundown of how to model using reference planes, masses, and adaptive panels. Thank you.